Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is Game 3 of some casual free play that happened at Die Hard Games on July 27th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. Obsidian Flames pre-release today, August 3rd, starting at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. Please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into this Game 3, the final game of the round, the free play round, starting that Luminion V again. Battle VIP Pass being played here. Battle VIP Pass is an item card that lets you search your deck for two basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, but it can only be played during your first turn. So it looks like we're going to play a Battle VIP Pass and a Nest Ball here to find that Radiant Greninja, a Frigibax, and either another Frigibax or a Chien-pao EX. It just depends on what's in the hand. Looks like we're eyeballing that Chien-pao EX there. Chien-pao is good because it can move into the active spot and start using its Shivery Chill ability to start pulling water energy out of the deck, adding the water energy to hand and thinning out the deck. One Frigibax down this turn is not too bad. Leaving only one Frigibax on the board after this turn isn't too bad because it's very unlikely it gets KO'd next turn. So I think that's what we're going to go for here. Don't forget to shuffle up the deck. And yeah, pretty okay start here so far. It would be nice if there was water energy in hand to retreat the active Luminion. So bad starting that Pokemon. If you didn't know, it's bad to start because its ability, it has a very strong ability, but it can only be activated once you place it from your hand to the field. So it looks like water energy is attached to Luminion to retreat it into the Chien-pao. Chien-pao is going to use its Shivery Chill ability to search the deck for two water Pokemon and add it to the hand. And then also going to take a look through the deck and kind of see what's in the deck, what's available while searching for these two water energy. Something you'll see players do here and there. Very important to keep track of your resources, or at least try to, do your best. Alright, energy attachment is another option per turn. You can attach one energy per turn, but first going to use Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards ability, discard an energy to draw two cards, and going to draw into Double Cross Switcher. So definitely not what we needed at this point in the game, but okay to have the options there. It would have been nice to find maybe another Frigibax, maybe another Chien-pao to build up the board. But instead, it looks like things are going to come to an end for this turn one here on the right. And play will start on the left here. Galarian Articuno put onto the bench, Tower of Darkness put onto the field, Electric Energy attached to the active Rotom V, and a Serena will be played to discard, I think it's the Serena. Looks like a Professor Research was actually played because there's 7 cards in hand. We'll just go with it. Research, discard the hand, draw 7 cards. A couple of Trekking Shoes being played, discarding some cards, keeping others in the hand. Trekking Shoes lets you draw a card, you can keep it or discard it and draw one more card. So feel free to rewind and Watch what happened there if you really care that much. But either way, we're moving on with this Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball lets you discard 2 cards and then search your deck for any Pokemon. It could be a basic, it could be a stage 1, it could be a stage 2, it could be a stage 3, a VMAX, anything, just any Pokemon. A Rotom V is going to be found, secondary Rotom V is going to be found and put on the bench here. So that is very good to have your follow-up attacker on the board already ready to go, especially since you led the Rotom V that could be knocked out next turn. A Squawkabilly is put down on the field and its ability is activated. You can only use its ability during your first turn. Discard your hand and draw 6 cards. Tower of Darkness, discarding a single strike card. That stadium in play, discarding a single strike card and then drawing 2 cards. So very good. Lots of synergy going on here in this Rotom V deck. Very good deck builder here on the left and player as well. Experience share attached to the bench Rotom V. That's very good to preserve those electric energies in the case of the active Pokemon being knocked out. Articuno V's ability may be used, maybe not. Looks like a box of Disaster will be played onto the active. I believe that places 8 damage counters onto the attacking Pokemon, or the opposing Pokemon when it attacks. Something like that. We'll see when it becomes relevant, if it becomes relevant. Rotom player taking a look at the discard, seeing everything that's happened during this turn. They are definitely flying through their deck during this turn 1 here. Debating on playing an Ultra Ball. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Ultra Ball, discarding a couple cards. And now a Pokemon can be found. Let's see, maybe that Flaffy could be found. Or not Flaffy, Mareep could be found. That's good. When it evolves into Flaffy, it has the ability Dynamotor, which allows electric energy to be attached from the discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon, and then ending things off with Rotom's ability, which draws 3 cards and ends the turn. Play will resume here on the right, and we need Rare Candy, Baxcalibur, and lots of water energy. So there's the water energy. The active Chien-pao is going to use its Shivery Chill ability to search the deck for 2 water energy and add them to the hand. And yeah, we need Irida. Some way to find Rare Candy and the Baxcalibur. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. There is a Radiant Greninja Concealed Cards ability that could be used if there's any water energy in the hand, which there is, because Chien-pao just found it. But it all just depends on what's in the hand. Checking out that box of Disaster there, I believe there's something about 8. You put 8 damage counters on the Pokemon that attacked you. I don't know if you have to be KO'd for it to be activated or not. It'd be nice if I remembered, since I read it a couple times there. Let's see. Yeah, we already used the active Chien-pao's ability. We got 4 water energy in hand. So we've got a KO, but we just need the Baxcalibur out. The Rare Candy Baxcalibur. And is this finally where my Chien-pao deck is gonna brick? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it a brick game or is it a good game? No spoilers if you hadn't seen Game 1 yet. Alright, so yeah, Greninja's ability could be used to find more cards, to find, that rare candy, or to find the Irida that could find the rare candy and another water Pokemon. Discarding energy and drawing 2 cards with Radiant Greninja's concealed cards. Must not have found any of the pieces yet. There is a Pokestop, so there is still hope. Maybe, maybe not. Pokestop will let you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, keep any item cards you find there, and discard any other cards. Whew, tricky. So, again, depends on what's in the hand. Pokestop could find the rare candy and a way to find Baxcalibur, such as an Ultra Ball or something else. But if it finds that Baxcalibur is going to go right into the discard pile. You could tell by the body language and the speed at which things are getting played that it's there's not a lot of hope here. In the hand, okay, there is a rare candy, so all that's needed is a way to find the Baxcalibur. All right, come on, Ultra Ball. Baxcalibur, Manaphy, and Arceus. 0 hits, all cards going to the discard pile. That's just how it goes sometimes here in the Pokemon trading card game. Yeah, just kind of looking at those 3 cards and, seeing if one of them are going to magically turn into an Ultra Ball. A Baxcalibur is fine to get rid of, but 0 Ultra Balls or a way to find another really hurts. So now a defensive cross switcher being played here. Cross switcher, you have to play 2 of them. You bring up one of your opponent's Pokemon from the bench into the active, and then you move one of your Pokemon from the bench to the active. So just bringing up that 2 retreat cost Articuno, hoping that that this will help buy a turn, as I've missed the turn 2 Baxcalibur. I think that's the first time I've missed the turn 2 Baxcalibur with this deck. So yeah, that's just gonna happen sometimes. That's why we play the game. We play Pokemon to get lucky. All right. So is there anything else that can be done aside from me trying to sneak a Baxcalibur onto the bench? No, I'm just kidding. I'm debating on if I should use Super Rod right now to shuffle back in that Baxcalibur to make it more likely to be drawn on the next turn. With more of them in there, there's 3 copies. With more of them in there, then more likely you'll draw it. But I don't think it's time to play the Super Rod at this point, especially because, I think I remember now some Chien-pao prize, so I might need to recycle this one on the bench. But anyways, enough about my sad turn. Let's move on to the gas here on the left. Rotom V-Star evolves, Trekking Shoes, drawing a card and keeping that one. Because it's the energy needed, energy attached to the Rotom V-Star here on the bench. Now we just need a basic switch, right? Professor's Research, discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Arguably the best supporter card in the game here. And taking a look through the hand, there's a Trekking Shoes, so still can dig a little more. Trekking Shoes drawing a card. Gonna keep it or discard it and draw a card. Discarding it and drawing an Ultra Ball. The League Ultra Ball being played here, discarding a couple cards, discarding 2 more tools, just fueling this Rotom V-Star's attack, all the tools in the discard pile, finding a Flaffy, evolving on the bench to Flaffy. Flaffy's Dynamotor ability, remember, lets you attach a electric energy from the discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. I think the Rotom V on the bench already has 2 energy on it, so we'll see what's going on here. Rotom V-Star's V-Star power ability being used to discard any number of cards and draw that many, so it looks like 4 were discarded. And look at that. Is that the basic switch that's needed there? Articuno, discard 2 cards and then draw a card. The basic switch is played, switching into that powered up Rotom V-Star. Dynamotor being activated, attaching electric energy to that bench Rotom V that has the experience share. just styling here, just overkilling, and in casual free play on a Thursday night. Alright, taking a look through the discard pile, seeing what tools we got in there, because Rotom V-Star's attack, Scrap Pulse, is 80 plus. You may put any number of tool cards into the Lost Zone. And never mind, we don't have to put any in the Lost Zone to take the KO on this fragile, lightning weak Greninja. I'm playing a Hisuian. Okay, play resumes here on the right. I'm playing a Hisuian Heavy Ball to find one of the prize Chien-paos. Man, prize 2 Chien-pao in this game. Started Lumineon, missed the turn 2 Frigibax. Sometimes it's just not your game. Shivery Chill being activated here on the active Chien-pao. Shivery Chill lets you search your deck for 2 water energy and put them into your hand. Alright, so thanks to the heavy ball, we at least have two Chien-paos now, or access to two Chien-pao. One of them still in the prizes. That second Chien-pao put onto the bench. And yeah, we really need to see Rare Candy Baxcalibur. That's the name of the game in this Baxcalibur deck. The cross switchers, yep, were played in there. Wonder why I was flashing them. Oh well. Let's see what else can be done. The Radiant Greninja's gone now. That was the Pokemon to promote off of that defensive cross switcher, because it's only worth one prize, and you got to protect this only Frigibax you have on the bench. So really no way to draw here since the Radiant Greninja is gone. We can't use its concealed cards ability anymore. Kind of giving that Frigibax card a shake and seeing if it will magically evolve, but it does not. Alright, Pokestop. Getting rid of Irida, boss's orders, but finally finding that rare candy. Well, actually, I think I've had rare candy in hand. I've just been looking for the Baxcalibur at this point. So yeah, Pokestop, you look at the top three cards, keep any item cards you find there and discard whatever else is there. So the Irida, useful Irida, and later useful boss's orders put into the discard pile. Just staring at that rare candy there, seeing if any options will come to light, but probably not at this point. Facing down a full board here on the left. But it's game three. This free play game three. There's no sense in scooping it up right this second. Energy attached to the bench Chien-pao. At least get something going for next turn. We don't want to put it on the active since that's most likely going to go down to this Rotom V-Star. Now is it time for Super Rod? Super Rod lets you shuffle back into your deck from your discard any three of any combination of Pokemon, basic Pokemon, or basic energy. So a couple Pokemon found there and shuffled back into the deck. Oh no, they don't have to be basic Pokemon. They could be any Pokemon. But kind of giving up on the Arceus V-Star plan there, and play resumes here on the left. Rotom V-Star evolved on the bench. Dynamotor being activated thanks to that Flaffy, attaching a electric energy from the discard pile to one of the benched Pokemon. It's gonna go on that Articuno there. Articuno is being activated, discarding two cards and drawing a card. And now going to Lost Zone the correct amount of tool cards from the discard pile to take the KO on the active Chien-pao. Looks like a useless Pokestop is top decked. Just kidding. Pokestop can be so good at certain points, but it can also be so bad. Let me know in the comments if you are on the side of lucky side with Pokestop or the unlucky side with Pokestop. It feels like I've been mostly on the unlucky side with Pokestop. The luckiest I think I've gotten with it was this previous game, Game 2. Check that out if you haven't already yet. Alright, Pokestop. Man, discarding that Greninja, but keeping the Ultra Ball, and I missed the other card, so finally finding that Ultra Ball to find the Baxcalibur. Ultra Ball lets you discard two cards, and then you can search your deck for any Pokemon you want. It could be a basic, it could be a stage 1, a stage 2, any Pokemon, a VMAX, an EX, a V-Star, whatever, just find a Pokemon. Such a good card we have in this format, the return of Ultra Ball. Well, it's been here for a little while, but you guys know what I mean. Alright, Ultra Ball, trying to resolve what's the best cards to get rid of here. Rare Candy and canceling Clone, so there must be another Rare Candy in hand. Finding the promo Baxcalibur, Rare Candy, evolving into Baxcalibur on the bench. Rare Candy lets you skip that stage 1 evolution and go straight to the stage 2. And now attaching, finally, Just a little bit too late, a turn too late. Um, the 5 water energy onto the active Chien-pao EX. To then discard, do 60 times 5 water energy discarded, 300 damage onto that Rotom V-Star, taking the KO. Um, Experience share being activated on the bench Rotom V-Star, preserving one of the active KO'd Rotom V-Star's electric energy. Miraidon hitting the bench. Flaffy's Dynamotor being activated, attaching electric energy from the discard pile to that Miraidon. Ultra Ball being played here, discarding a couple tool cards, and just more so taking a look through the deck, it seems. There is a Rotom V, but there is only 2 cards in deck, so that's something to consider, but with the prize map going on here and with my board, I don't think you're too worried about decking out at this point before you finish the game taking all the prizes. And I think there's really nothing else to do but to attack. It looks like they were debating the Dynamotor if they really wanted to put it on the Miraidon at that point, but here I don't think it matters. It's going to take a lot for me to take the KO. There is a Chien-pao prized, and maybe one in deck. But either way, enough tools being sent to the Lost Zone from the discard pile to take the KO on the active Pokemon, the active Chien-pao. Let's see, Lumineon being promoted into the active here. That's when you know things are getting down to the wire, where abacks are against ropes, as they say. Superior energy retrieval being played, discarding 2 cards and then putting 4 water energy from the discard pile into the hand. That's not the regular energy retrieval, that's the superior one. Alright, we got all the water energy in hand, but no Chien-pao to attack with. So sad. But that's okay. What's the best way we could end this game? What's the most fun way at this point? Let's see. Yep, the Chien-pao is in the discard pile, so really no way to get that. Unless maybe some kind of gusting on a benched single prizer is done, and luckily drawing it out of the prizes. Looks like 3 water energy are going to go down onto that Lumineon V. Pokestop being activated, finally hitting 3 item cards there. So not terrible, but not a terrible game, but definitely a turn too late and unluckiness going on and things out of order. But still hanging out, still having fun in this game, in this free play, casual play here. Another superior energy retrieval being played. Discarding a couple cards to add up to 4 basic energy into the hand. It looks like all that water energy might go on to that active Lumineon V, thanks to the ice cold Baxcalibur's ability. But no, actually 3 of them are going to go on to the Baxcalibur, just in case we need it as a backup attacker. And then Lumineon is going to attack for 120 damage and shuffle it and all cards into the deck. So now we have Baxcalibur against the world here. Maybe my opponent forgets to attack, or they deck themselves out or something. Articuno discarding 2 cards, drawing a card. Alright, now if my opponent passes the turn, I'll win, because they won't have the card to draw next turn. But no, it looks like they're remembering to attack with that Scrap Pulse. 80 plus 40 for each tool you lost zone from the discard. And looks like 480 damage on to that Baxcalibur for the last prize of the game. What a set here. What a set. Good games to my opponent there. Thanks for the games as always in the free play. Learning a lot and seeing different ways or different the different strategies that these decks have, and most importantly, having fun here at the shop. Can't wait to get to the shop tonight. Today's Thursday. Yep, here in about an hour. I gotta be there. But anyways, what did you guys think of this video and the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. in the professor's lab or at League.